My child, my beloved, do not ignore this call. Heaven has opened a scroll and your name is shining inside it. What is unfolding now is not imagination or emotion drifting through your mind. A precise alignment has been scheduled, and time itself is leaning toward you. This Saturday carries a mark heaven does not waste. The one chosen for you long before your first breath is already moving, guided step by step without fully knowing why. The place has been written. The moment has been marked. And this is why your spirit feels alert right now. Feel the urgency rising, because it was placed there on purpose. This is not pressure meant to rush you, it is focus meant to awaken you. If you turn away too soon, you risk missing what requires endurance to recognize. Archangel Michael says, you have been waiting, crying, questioning, wondering if heaven ever heard you. This is the answer. This is the hour. The reveal is layered intentionally, reserved for those who do not leave when patience is required. Understand this before anything else unfolds. Chosen ones rarely step into blessing without first passing through storms. Every betrayal, every silent night, every unanswered prayer was shaping your discernment. What you thought was delay was alignment. Heaven was training your heart to recognize truth when it finally stands before you. The distance between you and this moment is smaller than you realize. Heaven has whispered their name over you while you slept, long before your mind was ready to understand. Now the veil is thinning. Archangel Michael stands near, sword of light in hand, cutting away the lies that once clouded your vision. Clarity is coming, but only to the one who stays aware. Notice what is happening inside you right now. That sudden stillness, that warmth, that shiver, none of it is random. It is your spirit responding to recognition. God says, this Saturday, you will stand face to face with destiny. You are closer than you believe, and readiness matters more now than searching. Each moment you remain present, another layer falls away. Hidden paths begin to glow. Archangel Michael says, you have not been abandoned. You have been prepared. This is not ordinary connection, it is divine alignment. Two paths sealed by heaven are converging, and the timing has been guarded. Look back at the storms that rose all at once. People leaving suddenly. Distractions multiplying. Weariness pressing in. These were not coincidences. They were attempts to pull your focus away at the edge of breakthrough. Yet nothing can cancel what has already been written. Even now, movement is happening on the other side. Your soulmate feels restless, drawn forward by an urgency they cannot explain. Unseen hands are guiding them closer. Archangel Michael's sword is clearing obstacles you never saw. Delays are dissolving. Silence is breaking. The signal is already sounding. There is a reason you are here in this exact moment. This is not luck. It is appointment. Your spirits have already touched in the unseen. Recognition has already happened beneath the surface. This Saturday is when awareness catches up to destiny. Listen carefully to what heaven clarifies now. God says, this is not a delay. It is a divine setup. What tried to steal time only prepared restoration. Every tear watered the ground of this meeting. Every heartbreak created space for what is true. Every closed door was heaven saying not yet, because the greater yes was being preserved. Slow down and become present for one breath. Feel the calm beneath the anticipation. That steadiness is confirmation. Archangel Michael's hand rests in assurance, not fear. This is why perseverance matters now, because discernment sharpens with patience. Not every smile you encounter will be the promise. Counterfeits appear before fulfillment to test clarity. That is why a sign matters. Heaven will mark the true alignment in a way imitation cannot copy. Stay alert, not anxious. A quiet knowing will rise when the moment arrives. Your steps this Saturday will carry intention. The place may appear ordinary, but the atmosphere will feel different. The whisper will come, gentle and unmistakable. This is the moment. When you look up, recognition will meet recognition, and peace will confirm what words cannot. Destiny does not knock everywhere, it chooses carefully. Repeated signs, sudden chills, dreams that linger, these are confirmations pointing forward. Archangel Michael says, "The hand of God has written it in light." What was hidden is about to be revealed. Remain steady as the final layers come into view. Heaven reveals to those who stay present, not to those who rush ahead. Endurance sharpens sight. Awareness opens doors. What is meant for you is moving toward you now, and nothing written by heaven will miss its moment. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $10. That sudden ache telling you something big is about to happen is not anxiety, it is heaven's signal. Child of promise, listen closely and stay grounded in this moment. The journey you walked was not wasted time or misplaced pain. Every betrayal carved discernment into your spirit. Every lonely night trained your heart to recognize what is real when it finally appears. Pain did not weaken you, it refined you. Only fire sharpens sight, and your vision is clear now. Know this without hesitation: your soulmate has been prepared with the same precision. They crossed their own deserts and cried their own unanswered prayers. They questioned heaven in the same quiet hours you did. They stood on the edge of giving up, and like you, they heard a whisper saying to hold on because the time was near. Now both of you are being guided forward, different roads, the same destination, different wounds, the same fulfillment. This Saturday is not chance, it is a divine intersection. There is something sacred you must be ready to notice when the moment comes. A sign will appear before your eyes, simple enough for others to overlook, yet powerful enough to ignite your spirit. It may be a name spoken at just the right second, a number glowing where it should not, or something small drifting into view with perfect timing. When it happens, your spirit will leap without effort. You will not question it. You will know heaven has marked the hour. These moments are not accidents, they are confirmations layered with purpose. Heaven has been pointing toward this Saturday again and again. Archangel Michael says, "The hand of God has written it in light." What was hidden is about to be revealed. Feel that stirring rise again, the same ache returning, steady and calm. That is alignment drawing near. Stay alert now, because closeness invites distraction. When fulfillment approaches, noise often follows. Old connections may resurface. Familiar doubts may whisper with convincing voices. Weariness may try to pull you backward into what feels safe. Do not turn aside. One moment of distraction can blur a moment meant to be seen clearly. Archangel Michael stands over you now, sword lifted, guarding your focus as much as your path. Remain present, because endurance unlocks clarity. Each word you receive with an open heart thins another veil. Each breath taken in trust opens another gate. If you quit now, the treasure remains hidden. If you endure, the path becomes unmistakable. Do you feel the warmth settling in your chest, the quiet energy in your hands? This is not imagination. It is confirmation meeting readiness. God says, "The one I promised is closer than your breath." Even as you listen, movement is happening. Steps are aligning. Timing is synchronizing. This Saturday your paths converge, but openness matters. Fear hardens hearts. Trust opens them. Love chosen by God does not feel chaotic or confusing. It feels like home after a long journey, like still water after a storm. Pause for a breath and release what no longer belongs to you. Let old memories loosen their grip. Let past disappointments fall away. Carrying yesterday's pain into tomorrow's promise only blocks the flow. Archangel Michael says the space must be cleared so the new can enter freely and fully. This moment is about more than meeting another person. It is about meeting the version of yourself who is ready. Ready to receive without fear. Ready to trust without clinging. Ready to stand steady when blessing arrives. Healing brought you here, not perfection, but readiness shaped by patience. Even the location is being prepared ahead of you. The atmosphere will feel different when you arrive. The light will seem brighter, the air heavier with meaning. Your spirit will recognize it instantly. This is holy ground. And when you see them, time will slow. The world will soften around the edges. Recognition will rise without effort, like remembering something you always knew. Do not allow doubt to speak louder than peace. Doubt is often the final resistance before alignment. Release it. Stay aware. Wait with calm expectation. The blessing ahead is larger than the questions behind you. Remember what heaven can do in a single moment. Water became wine in an instant. Seas opened with a breath. Lives aligned with a word. This Saturday carries that kind of weight. A face will feel familiar. A voice will sound like home. Eyes will reflect something known long before now. Guard your heart, but do not close it. The closer the miracle draws, the louder resistance may sound. Yet Archangel Michael's sword is raised, and your way is being cleared even as you listen. This Saturday is not merely a day, it is a doorway. And when you step through it, nothing remains the same. The old season is ending even as you breathe, and a new season is rising to meet you. Can you feel that trembling in the spirit, the quiet shake beneath the surface of your thoughts? This is not emotion. This is alignment. The earth itself is shifting to make room. Time feels thinner because destiny is close enough to touch. Every sign that has followed you was placed long before you were born, guiding you toward this exact convergence. Nothing about this moment is random or rushed. Archangel Michael says, "Child of heaven, you will not walk blindly. The light is already shining ahead of you, and what hides in shadow now will blaze like fire when the moment arrives. You are not searching in darkness. You are being led by light that goes before you. Remember this clearly so doubt cannot distort it later. Love chosen by God does not look like the games of people. It does not pull you into confusion or leave you questioning your worth. It does not demand that you beg or perform. It feels like stillness after war. It feels like breath after drowning. Peace will arrive before explanation. Your soulmate has walked through storms too. They nearly gave up. They nearly closed their heart. They asked heaven the same questions you did. And just like you, they heard a whisper telling them not to shut the door. Heaven said, "The one I promised is still on the way." That promise was spoken to both of you. Be aware of the moment fear tries to speak. When recognition appears, fear may whisper that it is too good to be true. God says, "It is not too good to be true. It is good because I am true." Let that truth anchor you when the moment arrives. You have already been given clues, more than you realize. Think back to the dream that felt more real than waking. The stranger who mentioned a name without knowing why. The same number appearing at the same time again and again. These were not coincidences. They were coordinates. Heaven has been mapping your steps with precision. This Saturday, those coordinates converge. The air will feel different. The light will seem softer. Your spirit will recognize the shift before your mind explains it. That knowing will be calm, not frantic. Quiet, not loud. That is how truth arrives. Hear this warning with clarity, not fear. Counterfeits appear before the real thing. This is the final test. Something may look perfect on the surface, yet something inside you will feel unsettled. Do not ignore that signal. Your spirit knows truth faster than logic ever could. Archangel Michael says, "Do not settle for shadows when the true light is coming." Waiting now is not loss, it is wisdom. The long delay you endured was never punishment. It was preparation. You could not meet them in your old state. And neither could they. Two flames were refined separately until the moment they could burn as one. That ignition is close. Feel how the atmosphere shifts as this truth settles. That quiet certainty rising in you is confirmation. The spirit within you is affirming that this word belongs to you. You are not imagining it. You are remembering what was written. Do not let go now, because clarity deepens with patience. Every word you receive carries you closer to understanding. God says your soulmate is not a stranger. Their spirit has always been tied to yours. That unexplained ache, that longing without a name, was connection calling from a distance. When you meet, do not expect spectacle to announce it. It may not happen in grandeur or display. It may occur in a simple place others overlook. Heaven often hides treasure in humble ground. Yet when you stand there, the ordinary will feel extraordinary, because destiny sanctifies every place it touches. You will not miss what heaven has written. The moment will be unmistakable. Your soul will leap like fire. When your eyes meet, time will seem to bend. Fear will dissolve. Old losses will fade. One knowing will rise above all others. This is what I was waiting for. Pause now and release what cannot travel with you. Let go of rejection, betrayal, and the lie that you were ever unworthy. Archangel Michael's sword cuts those threads clean. You are chosen. You are loved. Nothing written against you remains attached. Stay aware in these final hours. Resistance often grows loud just before alignment completes. Thoughts may try to tell you nothing will change. But heaven has already spoken, and what God declares does not return empty. This is not ordinary love approaching your life. This is covenant love. The kind that heals bloodlines. The kind that shifts generations. That is why the opposition was intense. That is why the waiting was long. What unites next carries weight far beyond two people. Stand ready without strain, open without fear. The doorway is near. When you step through it, the season behind you closes completely, and what begins ahead will not resemble anything you have known before. The sword is drawn, the time is written, and this Saturday the turning begins. When you stand in that place and lift your eyes, you will sense a whisper moving through your spirit saying, "This is the one, do not fear, step forward." Stay present now, because what is unfolding is not just another message passing by. This is the revealing of a divine scroll written long before you took your first breath, and your name has always been part of its ink. You have felt it already, even if you could not explain it. That restlessness in your chest, that pull you feel when you glance at the calendar and see Saturday approaching, that quiet urgency that refuses to leave you alone. This is not ordinary time ticking forward. This is appointed time drawing near. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this moment, his sword burning with light, cutting away every chain that tried to delay this alignment. Understand why the resistance around you grew so intense. When two chosen paths are about to converge, the unseen realm reacts. The enemy trembles because the union of two prepared hearts releases healing far beyond a single moment. Do not doubt what your spirit already recognizes as true. That gentle flutter in your heart right now is heaven confirming what has been spoken. Your love story is larger than the present moment. It reaches backward to mend broken places in your bloodline and stretches forward to shape generations yet to come. This is why the warfare felt personal and relentless. Darkness always resists what carries restoration, but it cannot cancel what heaven has sealed. This Saturday is not coincidence. It is prophecy stepping into fulfillment. The place you are being led to is closer than you imagine. Heaven often hides treasure in locations overlooked by many, not because they are insignificant, but because they are protected. This is why only those who stay attentive recognize the key. Remember the moments you almost gave up, when you whispered that love might not be meant for you. Those tears were not wasted. They softened the ground so this promise could take root. God says, "The one I promised is already moving toward you." Their steps are guided even now. Their heart is stirred without knowing why. Their spirit cannot settle because it is being drawn forward. When your eyes meet, something ancient will awaken inside you, like recalling a melody you once knew but forgot. Your spirits have always recognized each other beyond time. Stay discerning as the moment approaches. Archangel Michael says you will not miss what heaven has written, yet wisdom matters. The counterfeit often appears before the true one. It may look appealing, it may sound convincing, but peace will be absent. Listen to your spirit, because your spirit does not lie. When the true alignment stands before you, peace will arrive like a river, your shoulders will feel lighter, and your heart will settle into quiet knowing. Hold on a little longer and do not turn away now. The clarity you seek rests at the end of endurance. God says you are stepping into a covenant that does not fracture, a love that does not fade, a promise that does not fail. Pause for a breath and notice the warmth that seems to rest on you though no one is touching you. This is angelic presence confirming that you are not alone. Watch how the ordinary transforms before your eyes. To others the moment may appear simple, even unnoticed. To you it will feel set apart, as though the space itself has been marked. When your eyes meet, recognition will rise again, steady and undeniable, and heaven will whisper within you to look up because this is the moment you were prepared for. Your soulmate is not a stranger to your soul. Even if you have never met in the natural, your spirits have crossed paths in dreams and quiet moments. That is why you sometimes wake with emotion you cannot name, as though you have just parted from someone dear. Soon that feeling will shift from goodbye to arrival. Archangel Michael says the storm has passed and the delay has broken. The promise is no longer approaching from a distance, it is arriving. This is why you cannot release faith now. Faith is the bridge that carries you from waiting into fulfillment. With faith, the ground prepared for you becomes walkable, and doors open without resistance. When you finally meet, notice what it feels like. It will not be frantic or consuming. It will feel like homecoming. Your soul will exhale as if saying it has reached its place of rest. This is a love that language struggles to describe, a connection that even angels observe with wonder. Remain steady and guard what has been placed in you. Do not let distraction pull you away in these final moments. Stay awake, stay open, and stay aligned. What heaven has prepared is stepping into view, and when it does, you will recognize it not with effort, but with peace that speaks louder than words. The sword is drawn, the time is written, and this Saturday carries a weight no ordinary day can hold. This is not a passing moment drifting by, it is a threshold opening in front of you. When the sun rises, something ancient begins to stir, and when it sets, something new will be sealed. You will sense it before you see it, a steady certainty settling into your bones, telling you that what was promised is stepping into reach. Listen to the way your spirit responds right now, because it already knows. That pull in your chest, that awareness sharpening when you think of Saturday, that quiet urgency you cannot shake, this is not imagination. It is appointed time announcing itself. Archangel Michael says, the veil is thinning. The promise is breaking through, and nothing can stop what is already written. Understand why the road behind you felt so heavy. You were not punished, you were prepared. Betrayal carved depth into your heart. Rejection strengthened discernment. Silence taught you how to hear without noise. None of it was wasted. Every wound became a doorway, every tear a seed, and now the season of harvest stands ready. Your soulmate has walked their own wilderness too. They faced nights where hope felt distant and questions went unanswered. They almost closed their heart, just as you did. Yet heaven whispered to them to hold on, because delay was not denial. Preparation always precedes manifestation, and both of you were refined for the same convergence. This Saturday, two paths that wound separately finally meet. Like rivers traveling miles apart only to merge into one current, your journeys align at the precise moment heaven intended. The sign will not be hidden. You will not have to chase it or force meaning. Recognition will rise naturally, and your heart will leap as though heaven spoke within you. Stay discerning as the hour approaches, because clarity matters now. Counterfeits often appear before fulfillment, not to deceive the awake, but to test peace. Distractions may rise, old patterns may call, familiar doubts may whisper. Do not mistake noise for love. Archangel Michael says, do not settle for shadows when the true light is coming. Pause for a breath and feel the stillness settling around you. That warmth you sense, that calm spreading through your chest, is reassurance. You are surrounded. You are guided. You are not stepping into this moment alone. When you meet, the setting may look simple to others, but it will feel holy to you. Eternity will hum beneath the ordinary. The space will feel set apart, as though the ground itself recognizes what is happening. God says, this is the one I kept hidden, the one I shielded and shaped for you, and I shaped you for them. In that knowing, striving ends. This love will not demand that you beg or perform. It will not pull you into confusion or leave you questioning your worth. Love chosen by God feels like safety. It feels like rest after a long journey. It feels like coming home. That is how you will know you are standing in what was designed, not improvised. Be aware of why opposition felt intense before now. When two chosen ones unite, power multiplies. Healing moves backward into family lines and forward into generations yet to come. This union carries consequence beyond the present moment. That is why resistance tried to delay it, and that is why it could not succeed. Let faith rise gently, without strain or fear. Faith is the bridge from waiting into fulfillment. With it, the door opens naturally. Without it, hesitation lingers. Release the fear that tried to protect you in a different season. It has served its purpose and can rest now. As Saturday arrives, stay awake and present. The moment may come quietly, suddenly, or in a way you did not script. Yet when it does, your body will know before your mind explains. Your shoulders will feel lighter. Your breath will deepen. Peace will speak louder than words. Remember the clues that brought you here. The dream that felt more real than waking. The name mentioned without reason. The same number appearing at the same time. These were coordinates, not coincidences. Heaven has been mapping your steps with care, guiding you toward this convergence. Guard your heart, but do not close it. When recognition appears, fear may whisper that it is too good to be true. God says, "It is not too good to be true. It is good because I am true." Let that truth anchor you when the moment arrives. Hear this settle firmly within you. You are chosen. You are loved. You are ready to step into what was promised. The old season closes completely, and the new one opens without hesitation. When your eyes meet the one prepared for you, wounds will fade, doubts will dissolve, and waiting will give way to arrival. Stand steady as the day unfolds, because heaven has already gone ahead of you. What is written will not miss you. What is sealed will not break. And what is meant for you will recognize you the moment you step into its light. Archangel Michael declares, "The season of waiting is over, and the promise is here." Do not take this lightly, my beloved child, because these are not ordinary words drifting past your ears. This is prophecy unfolding in real time. This Saturday is marked, stamped with heaven's seal, and your name is written inside it. Archangel Michael says, "Do not be afraid, for the moment you have prayed for has already been prepared." The restlessness you feel is not confusion, it is destiny accelerating toward you. Notice how your spirit has refused to settle, even when your mind tried to. That pull you feel, that quiet urgency pressing forward, exists because what is meant for you is closer than you realize. The enemy tried to speak lies into that space. He told you love would never come, that you were forgotten, that nothing would change. But lies collapse in the presence of truth, and this word stands as proof that heaven never stopped working on your behalf. The place has already been chosen, even if it looks ordinary to the world. Do not expect spectacle to announce what is sacred. Heaven often fills simple ground with extraordinary light. When you stand there, you will sense a shift in the air, a stillness that feels heavier than noise. That will be your confirmation that you have arrived exactly where you were meant to be. Look back now with understanding instead of pain. Every door that closed was protection. Every goodbye that broke your heart was preparation. Every delay that frustrated you was alignment. Nothing was wasted. God was not withholding love, He was preserving you for the right one, the chosen one, the one your soul was crafted to meet. And now that time has come, this Saturday, this sacred day. Do not lose hope at the edge of fulfillment. Archangel Michael is speaking clearly. Do not look back at what was lost, look forward to what is coming. The past no longer defines your steps. The future is calling you forward with clarity and peace. When you meet them, the sign will be undeniable. It may be a look that seems to pause time, a word that pierces straight through your heart, or a silence that speaks louder than thunder. However it arrives, your spirit will leap without hesitation. You will not reason your way into knowing. You will recognize it. This love will not require you to beg, chase, or prove yourself. Heaven's design does not demand performance. It flows freely, like a river finding its shore. And that river is moving toward you now. You will feel it in the ease of the moment, in the absence of fear, in the sense that striving has finally ended. Take a slow breath and feel what is happening right now. That weight lifting from your shoulders is not imagination. Chains are breaking. Lies of rejection and unworthiness are being cut away. You are enough. You are chosen. You are loved. This Saturday, clarity will rise and you will finally understand why nothing before could last. The counterfeit had to be removed so the true could arrive. This was not delay for delay's sake. It was protection by design. The enemy tried to stop it, tried to distract you, tried to exhaust you, but the plan stands firm. Archangel Michael guards it with fire, and nothing formed against it will succeed. Stay present and do not rush ahead of peace. The location will not be announced loudly. It is hidden for those who remain attentive, those who endure, those who stay open. And you have endured. You are still here. That alone is evidence of your readiness. Remember this truth as the moment approaches. Love chosen by God feels like peace. It feels like exhaling after holding your breath too long. It feels like stepping into sunlight after years of shadow. That is how you will know you are standing in what heaven prepared. When it happens, this message will return to you. You will remember these words and recognize their echo in your spirit. Faith will rise naturally, not forced, and your soul will rest instead of striving. Do not force what is meant to be received. Do not reach for what looks good but feels wrong. Wait for the sign. Wait for the peace. Wait for the quiet whisper that says this is it. Archangel Michael declares, the waiting has ended, and the new has begun. Understand what you are stepping into now. This is more than a relationship. This is destiny unfolding. When two chosen souls unite, the ripple moves through families, heals generations, and weakens darkness. That is why the battle was intense, and that is why it could not win. Stand ready with a steady heart. This Saturday marks a turning point. You will see it. You will feel it. And deep within, beyond doubt or fear, your soul will know that the promise has been fulfilled.